Here's why you play Yin, the martial genius as a jungler. First off, he has exceptional dueling power, allowing him to isolate and eliminate enemies with his ultimate. He offers strong crowd control through his stuns and slows, making it hard for enemies to escape once caught. Yin also has high burst damage, especially in his Ling form, letting him quickly finish off squishy targets. However, he's reliant on hitting his skills, meaning missing key abilities can ruin an engagement. He's also very vulnerable to skill interruptions during the initial delay of his ultimate. Lastly, Yin struggles in team fights if he fails to secure a quick kill in his domain, as he has no escape once he commits. Yin's passive, Leave It to Me, boosts his damage output and grants him spell vamp when there are no allied heroes nearby. This makes him especially effective in isolated fights and jungle skirmishes, rewarding him for picking off enemies alone. Yin's first skill, Charge Punch, gives him a burst of movement speed for a short time. Within the duration, his next basic attack is enhanced, dealing heavy damage and triggering a follow-up punch that damages all enemies in a straight line. If the Charge Punch hits, the cooldown is reduced, allowing for more frequent use in fights or chases. Yin's second skill, Instant Blast, makes him dash forward, leaving a golden ring behind and damaging enemies along the path. If he hits an enemy hero, he gains damage reduction for a few seconds. After a short delay, the golden ring returns, dealing more damage and stunning enemies it passes through, making it a key setup tool for his combos. Ying's ultimate, My Turn, pulls an enemy hero into a 1v1 domain where he transforms into Ling. In this form, his defenses are boosted and his skills are empowered. Killing the enemy in the domain heals him, resets his key cooldowns, and lets him remain in Ling form temporarily after the domain ends. Missing the pool leaves the skill on a short cooldown, so good timing is crucial. Yin's enhanced first skill, Frenzy Strike, lets him unleash a flurry of smashes that deal high damage and slow enemies. He's immune to crowd control during this attack, meaning it is an excellent finishing move against lockdown targets. Yin's enhanced second skill, Instant Blast, is a flying kick that damages enemies and slightly knocks them back. The returning golden ring still stuns enemies after a short delay, giving Yin another chance to lock down his target. A typical skill combo for Yin is to start with his first skill for movement speed, then use the second skill to dash in and position for your enhanced basic attack. Once the Charge Punch hits, trap the enemy with your ultimate. Inside Ling form, use the second skill to stun the enemy, then follow up with the first skill to deal heavy damage and secure the kill. Moving on to builds, I usually build Tough Boots, Sea Halberd, Blade of Despair, Endless Battle, Malefic Roar, and finally Rose Gold Meteor. These are the emblems that go along with this build. As for battle spells, Retribution is vital for faster jungle clears and securing objectives. Yin excels against squishy heroes without escape tools like Layla and Sicilian. Once caught, they have little chance of surviving his ultimate. However, fighters or tanks with skill interrupts such as Fredrina Badang can prevent his ultimate from taking effect and fight back effectively in duels, making them good counters against Yin. Yin works well with mobility boosting supports like Mathilda and Rafaela, who can help him get close to priority targets. You should unlock the first skill at level 1, then prioritize upgrading it first for maximum damage. Level up the second skill next, and most importantly, take the ultimate whenever available. Yin thrives in isolated fights, so avoid initiating to large groups unless you are certain you can eliminate your target quickly. Use bushes and jungle terrain to surprise enemies with your first skill's movement boost, then follow up with your second skill to lock them down. Your passive is strongest when you're alone, so try to lure enemies away from their team to catch them rotating. When using your ultimate, choose targets that you can quickly kill, as failing to do so can leave you stranded in the middle of the enemy team. Save your enhanced second skill in Ling form for when the enemy tries to run or use their escape skill. Lastly, keep in mind that you can cancel Frenzy Strike early to reposition or chase if your target tries to get away.